G'day guys, welcome back. Look what I've got. This is so exciting. I've been waiting for this for so long. It's a sculpted panel, a 3D panel. Look at that, isn't it amazing? Now this was made for me with my sort of image in mind that I wanted, and I asked this gentleman to make it for me. So he sent me, this is the prototype, so we'll see how it goes. I'm not going to put out details just yet because it hasn't been finalized yet. We're still working on the design and that sort of thing. But, and I know there's others that sculpted panels out there. But if you look at this one really carefully, look at the outside. Look at that. It's ready to pour. Yay! You don't have to worry about taping your edges. It's already done. You just pour into this and you've got your box. You can later on, if you want to, paint the outside in a different color, and then it's a frame. How good's that? So very excited to try this today. So this one, because the pattern's all kind of wavy and it has a lot of movement in it. Oh, my dogs. I haven't shut the door. I can't sort of do a beach, you know, because you sort of start here and then you get deeper and deeper because, you know, the waves, they kind of go in the same pattern. Hang on, let me sort these dogs out. Oh my gosh. Oh, no, they've stopped. They can probably hear me. I'm just going to shut the door. Here's he come. All right, I'll shut the door. I should have just shut it to begin with. Anyway, as I was saying, if you saw my other resin sort of beach pour on my sculpted panel, it just had the waves that were sort of uniform in the same pattern. So you could go, I thought, from beach to light to darker, you know, deep water. But this one kind of looks more like leaves to me because there's no particular sort of pattern to follow. So I was going to do shades of green, and then I thought I want to do my favorite colors, which are these ones here, and you may remember me doing this one. It's just a canvas, but it was my first attempt at resin, like a resin painting. So I'm going to do something similar to that with the gold lacing, and just sort of random patterns of color, but hopefully we'll be able to see the white of this gorgeous 3D sculpted panel underneath. So I'm going to keep my colors relatively transparent. So I'm going to go with this one here, sort of like an aqua blue, aqua color. It is called Duo Blue. I don't find the English one. Duo Aqua Blue, and it's by Pearlex. And then I've got Duo Blue Purple, and that's by Pearlex. And then I've got this dark blue. It's called Marine Blue by LBB Resin. So I'm going to do that. The dark one is only going to have a half a cup. And then these other two lighter colors will have like 3/4 of a cup. So let's get going. I've got a little bit of resin left over. I wasn't sure how much to use because I want to do the colors, and then I'm going to do a top coat with the gold tomorrow. So let's just do that much. And like I said, I want to keep it relatively transparent. See, the duo colors, they throw a different sort of shade, which is pretty as well. Like it says, it's an aqua blue, so you can see it has a different colors there, different shades. Yep, I think that's good. Wouldn't want to make it any darker. Let's put my little lid on that. And then the next one, might have even made that too dark. Let's put a bit less in this one, hey? Can always add some more resin to that one to kind of make it a little bit more transparent. It looks relatively transparent on the stick, but then when you make it deeper, then, you know, the color is a bit deeper too. So my colours will kind of blend a little bit, which is okay. I'm happy for that to happen. It's pretty. I'll just move these out of the way now that I'm done with them. And then this darkest one, again, I don't want it to be too opaque, so just put a little bit in there. I can always mix up some more if I need to. It's got this little bit of resin left over. This is one of my favorite colors, this one. I love it. So even though it looks quite transparent on the stick, when you put it there, it's looking quite dark, isn't it? That one might need a little bit more color. So yes, very excited to see if this is going to work, how it's going to look. I was going to do like one layer and then do another layer of color to sort of put a dark over a light. I might still do that. It all depends how much coverage I get from this. I'm not sure. I made up 2 cups of resin. Righto. Here we go. I'm just going to start pouring and see what happens. Just going to pour a little bit first, and I'm just going to sort of go like this because I don't want to follow any particular piece. I just want to put blocks of color in. And we'll see what happens. And then when the 2 colors blend like that, it's going to look really pretty, isn't it? Let's see if I've got this dark enough now. Yep, I think so. I think so. I hope so. I'm not going to put as much of this dark on. Let's just see how we go first with the other colors. I kind of want blocks of color. All right, I'm just going to have to go for it. I'm not exactly sure what I want. Just have to see how it looks as I get there. Still may end up doing the two coats because I'm not sure how much coverage I'm going to get with this. I think we need a little bit of this down here, don't we? Like so. Can you hear that? That's the neighbours with their wheelie bins. The bins went out last night, so that's them wheeling them back again down the side of the property. Oh dear. All right, how's that looking so far? Pretty pretty. Now let's put a little bit more of this blue. Like so. Take it up there. And I might sort of just kind of blend those two a little bit there. I want to keep my colors like in block colors, like I said, so, but I wouldn't mind a little bit of blending, so that we don't get straight lines of color. What's this dark blue going through the turquoise here? It's because I went across like that. Oh, I didn't really know what I was doing. I was just putting the resin on, just pouring it on. Put a little bit of blue, darker blue through there. Blend that a little bit with the lighter one. See, I can fill up to the top there. So eventually, the tops will be covered like that. See, like that? So you'll still be able to see that white through there, but it will be all covered over. Put a little bit more dark up here. And I have got some more resin, so I'll use it all up. I just have to finish this, and then I can look at it and say, okay, I want more of this particular color or more of that color. That's why I didn't mix it all up, because I thought, oh, I want to see how I go first, see what colors I need before I go mixing it all up. So we've got that little bit of dark just through there. That looks really pretty. Okay. Now, what else do I might do the same again, actually. Just a half a cup of the dark. Actually, I'll need to divide this up. So, actually, I haven't got much of that green. I might put a little bit more of that sort of turquoisey green. And then the rest can be made up in this blue. Try and get as much out as I can. Yeah, so that was 500 grams that I made up. Let's put a little bit more in. Stir that up. And then if I need another coat, then it's probably better that I do like half of it and then put another coat on the top. That way you can get more of this sort of blending, which I think is really pretty. If I put that in there like that, that'll blend with that underneath. Give that a bit of a swish around like that. It's probably something that I need to take my time with and think about what I want to do, because I'm just kind of, I don't really know what I want to do. I'm just chucking it on. Where else do I need some of this? Up here maybe. A little bit there. I can blend with that. And then maybe a little bit down here as well, hey? A little bit in there. Like so. I guess if you wanted to do a little bit more blending, you'd make up some more resin and pop it over the top now before this bottom layer sets. That way you could blend your colors a little bit more. You know what I mean? Whereas if you wait for it to set up, then you know, the colors are just going to stay as you've left them, obviously. Okay, that's the last of my greeny turquoise. Let's move on to the next color. This one here, not much resin left. I think I might like some more navy, actually, more of the darker blue. I didn't think I would, but I think I would like to have some more. And some of the sections are deeper than others, so because they're deeper, they hold more resin, so they're going to look darker as well. Hope I've mixed that in really well. Okay, let's put some of this on, and really like that blending there. I'll put some over here, eh? Up there. haven't got much left. Let's put some here. Filling in my little gaps here. I'll have to decide if I want to mix up some more resin and pop it over while it's still wet so that they can blend, or whether I want to just leave it and do the next layer. So I'll have to have a little think about that. But let's do this last one and put the lid on. Not loving that there where it's really blending. I don't really like that there. Okay, here we go. Pop that lid on. My husband's out mowing the lawn. I don't know if you can hear the mower. He's mowing. I picked a bad time to come into the studio, didn't I? Wait for the mower. It's a big ride-on mower because we've got 2 acres. Right, I've made that one a little bit more opaque, a little bit darker. And I think I'm going to just pour that over some of the other colours just to blend them. Maybe not into the green, the aqua. Put a little bit here. Take that up to there. It's hard to know what it's going to look like, hey? Because I'm not following like a beach, so to speak. I haven't got my sand and my shallow water and my dark water, my deep water. This is more abstract. All right, let's pop some more. I want some more dark going through. Just give that a bit of a blending through there. Don't want to mix them too much. I want to be able to see, you know, that there's different colors in there. Just a bit of a blending. I don't know about this one here. I might just mix that a little bit. I wasn't quite sure about that pattern in there. I might just mix it, see what that looks like. All right, stand back for a second and see what else I want to do. Wish you guys could talk to me. I'd like to know whether I should make up some more resin now and pour it and let these colors mix, or whether I should just wait for them to dry and then add the next layer. I'll just wipe that off. Not sure what I want to do with the edges yet. I might actually paint them black, because I think that'll look really nice. Hey. Bit more of the dark blue through there, like so. I guess the resin's going to mix and blend and do its own thing anyway, as the resin does. Okay, where else? I've got a tiny little bit of this blue left. So if you make your colours too opaque, you lose that white look. Might even be enough resin, you know. I might actually pick it up and give it a bit of a tilt. I don't know if I can get any more resin out of that. tiny bit. I'll actually just pick it up and see if I can give it a bit of a tilt. Just got to be careful you don't over tilt, hey? Because you can only go so far with your little areas that have been cut down. I'm just going to fill up these ones that are looking a little bit shallow. Where else? Where else? Over here. I could do with a little bit more. And I've only got the little bit of navy left, so that's just going to have to do. Like so. This one's not very full either. Well, it wasn't quite what I had in mind to do, but like I said, the rest just does what it wants to do. Alrighty, I'll leave it at that. I'll have a little bit more of a play with it. I don't think there's a lot of room, actually, a lot more room, I should say, to put a lot more resin in, because I do need to allow some room for my top coat, my clear, because I want to, you know, do the gold. But I'm going to use a different resin. This resin is the Platinum 360 Plus. But the top coat I want to use Dalchem. It's a thicker resin. And I'm hoping I can get a better lacing effect with it. Okay. It's pretty good. I've got a little bit more area that I could have put resin in, but like I said, if you put too much in, then you're not going to have enough for your top coat, eh? Alright, I'm going to leave it like that. We'll leave you anyway. I'm going to have a little fiddle with it and just make sure that every little area is covered like that. You don't need to watch me do all these little intricate things. Yeah, it's looking really good. I'll give it a torch. The areas like that. I just want to make sure that my white is kind of all covered. The ridges, obviously they won't get covered, which is fine. I'll put some clear on them later. Actually, you can push you down a little bit because you haven't got much in you. Over there. Go over there and share. All right, stop fussing. I'm going to come back to you. The resin will move and change and do all that. So, yeah, I think I'll just come back with the clear coat, you guys, and with the gold. Yeah, I don't really want to cover it up anymore. Yeah, it's looking really, really pretty. Happy with it. All right, I'll see you soon. Okay, it's the next day. This is set. It's looking really pretty. And I have mixed up, I've got some Dalchem resin here. It's a 1-to-1. Let me reach over and grab it. Dalchem Crystal Clear. I find that the 1-to-1 resins end up being thicker than the 2-to-1 resins. So I don't know, maybe that's just the ones that I've tried, but yeah, they seem to be thicker. And for lacing, gold lacing, I found that the Dalchem works the best. I think it's very similar to when you may do, you know, waves and frothy foam and that sort of thing. I think you get a better effect as well if you use a thicker resin. Otherwise, it just sort of spreads and breaks away, doesn't it? So I'm going to use most of what I've got here on here. I'm going to save a little bit for my gold. I made up 150 grams of A and 135 grams of B. because A is still heavier than B, even though it's a 1-to-1. All right, so you can see it's not really spreading. It's just kind of sitting there. I'm just going to leave a little bit there. Now I'm just going to bring this to the edges. Some little areas are deeper than others, so they'll be needing a little bit more of the clear. I'm going to bring that up to the sides here. And I was thinking about what color to have my frame, my edges, and I decided that I'm going to leave it white. I think it would just look really pretty white, and then with this, you know, white in here as well. So it came like this. It came primed with white, but you know, you could always paint yours, I guess, if you wanted a different color. You could paint it again, give it another coating of priming. Now let's see if I can spread this over. Fast forward, guys, if you don't want to watch me do this. It's going to take me a couple of minutes just to spread all this evenly. I didn't want to put the whole lot on in case I had too much and then it overflowed everywhere, but I just want to bring it up level with the sides of this frame on the board. I guess that's what you call it. I'm not sure. But yeah, let's once the guy who's making these, once he's happy with it, because this is just the prototype and he sent it to me just to have a play with. Once he's happy with the design, I'm sure I'll give you all these details and tell you where you can buy them and all that. So they're going to be fun to do, aren't they? This one's, oh gee, I can't remember the exact, it's kind of like 30 by 60, 12 by 24 inches, similar to that, not exactly, but similar to that sort of size. Just get that in there. How are we going? A little bit more in here. I don't need to leave a lot of room for my gold because it's just going to be kind of brushed over the top really, and then I'm going to heat it with the heat gun. I guess I could fast forward this bit, couldn't I? Get in there. A little bit tricky. I just don't want to go over. I want to stay in my little frame area there. Paint inside the lines. Okay, so today is Saturday. I guess I'll put the video up today. It's not like I need to unmold it or anything, so I could probably just finish, you know, putting the gold on and then put the video up, because like I said, I don't have to unmold it or anything, so I'll probably just show you that. And my daughter Christy's up for the weekend. She brought all her dogs. Oh my gosh. She brought her cavoodle with her 4 puppies, and she brought her Shih Tzu with her 7 puppies. So, oh, we've got lots of dogs in the household this morning. And we're going to go to the movies tonight. It's our thing. When she comes up, we go and see a movie. We're going to go and see Quiet Place 2. We watched Quiet Place 1 again last night just to remind ourselves about it. Now we're going to go and see Quiet Place 2. I love those sorts of movies. So that'll be fun. That's tonight. And not be everyone's cup of tea for fun, but it is for mine. I'm a bit of a homebody. I'm not into raging parties and lots of people. So just a quiet night at the movies, girls' night. All right, we're nearly done there, guys. Nearly done. Just pushing that towards the edges there. I think I worked it out pretty well. Hey, the amount that I needed. Just got a little bit left here. Just a bit tricky just spreading it, but bear with me, or like I said, fast forward and catch up to me when I'm doing the gold. Probably should have stopped and fast forwarded it. Hey, fast forwarded, is that a word? So I hope everyone's been staying safe. You're not in quarantine again. Down in Victoria, where all our Victorians are all quarantined again for 2 weeks, which is not nice. I've got family down there, friends. So, yep, they're stuck in quarantine again. This is going to be something that we live with, isn't it, forever? Okay, I think I'm nearly done. This little corner here, it didn't have as much colour on it as the others did. And because it's got the white ridges, each like little section can hold its own paint, so to speak. Not paint, resin, so to speak. So, yeah, you just need to make sure that they're all full. Whoa! Oh my gosh. Imagine if that dropped into there. All right, hang on to it. Hang on to it. That's it. Get all that out. Okay, I think we're good here. I think we're good to go. And I just had enough. Right, let's put that aside. And I'm going to give it a bit of a torch. Get these bubbles out. Oops, I missed a bit. All right, here we go. And you can torch this. It won't hurt the timber. You know, just don't get too close and burn it. But like anything else, you can torch it. It's not like it's a silicone mold and it's going to be damaged. There's a hair. I have to get that out. Toothpick. Bit of fluff. Look at that. All right. Where else did I see something? Oh, that just hasn't been covered in yet. Fill that up. I mean, once I start putting the gold on and then blowing it around with a heat gun, it's going to sort of spread everything anyway, isn't it? So now we get the gold organised. Hands are sticky. Let me just give them a bit of a spray with my alcohol there and the baby wipe. Okay. I can see a couple of areas along the edge there where I haven't quite covered. But maybe I can just do that with my toothpick, hey? Oops, like that, maybe. Yep, that works, just to get into all those little nooks and crannies there. All right, how much gold will we put in? There's only about, I don't need very much gold. There's only about probably a quarter in there. Quarter of a cup of resin. Now I'm using the Archery Creations, the gold. It's actually a metal gold. So it's one of those that float, because you want your gold lacing to float. So if you're going to do this, don't use a normal mica powder, use the metal powders. And as I said, it's from Archery Creations. It's called Rich Gold. I've also got the aluminium and the copper. They do a few. I hope this is going to work. Because when I did that other one, that canvas that I showed you, this is the same gold I used, and it's the same resin that I used. When I did my other 3D panel, I didn't use Dalchem. I just used a cheap resin, the platinum, I think it was ultra clear or super clear, one of those, because it was such a lot of resin to use, so I used that one. But I didn't get as good lacing on it, so I'm going back to the Dalchem for the lacing anyway. Another torch, because I can see bubbles coming up to the surface there. Nice and easy to torch such a big piece. I'm loving these colours, they look really pretty. Okay, now I've got my, I've got my heat gun, and I've just got the small little nozzle on it, because I don't really want to spread it very far. We're just going to basically heat it, and how can I explain it? I don't really want to create like waves as you would, but I do want to create lacing, so I don't think I'm going to spread it very far. We'll see. We shall see. Now it's a bit tricky. Normally I would use my palette knife in there and just put some on the back of the palette knife and kind of swipe it across, but it's not going to fit, so I'm going to use the back of a teaspoon. I'm going to put that in there like that and use the back of the teaspoon to kind of just swipe over the top like so. We'll see how that goes. Move that out of the way. All right, here we go. Because it's only a small piece, I don't want, I'm going to put it on high. See what it does. It's only a small piece, so I don't really want to put too much gold on it. Just heating it up. Now I might just whack it with this little heat gun and see if I can get some cells to come up. Oh, it's empty. You're empty. All right. Okay. All right. Now let's give it a sec. Look at the lacing and the cells that have come up. That's really pretty. So that's the kind of effect I want, just like a wispy gold. Nothing too chunky. I don't mind a little bit of plain gold like that, and then it kind of wisps out. So here we go. Let's just put some more on and see how it goes. No particular rhyme or reason with the pattern, just like so. Hit it again with the heat gun, on high, straight down, just kind of spreading it a bit. If you wanted to push it out, you could. Okay, so that one's been spread out there a little bit. Let's see if we can get some lacing up. It's looking so pretty. And it gives you that real 3D effect. When I stand back here and I look at it across the top with that light behind it, oh my gosh, the gold is just shining. I'll bring you down later so you can have a look. Okay, so that section's kind of done. Let's move over here. So you don't use a lot of gold, do you? And I don't really want, I don't really want to follow the white lines there. I just want it to be, I want to be able to see the white through underneath, and it doesn't look as if it's been too placed or too contrived. I'm going to go see if we go on the low heat, see how that goes rather. Might have a little bit more control over what the gold's doing if I go on the lower heat. It's just going to wisp out there at the end. Pushed it a little bit there. Okay. That's nice. I like that block of gold there. Alright, and then we'll heat that one. Heating tends to bring up the cells. Just don't get too close and burn it. If it starts smoking, you get too close like that. Oh my gosh, I'm telling you not to do it and I just do it. Just trying to get some lacing there. Maybe I need a bit more gold. Okay. There we go. Heat's a little bit further away. Takes a little while for the lacing to happen. Okay, how about we go kind of along here. I'll put it a little bit, make it a bit thicker. Just there, how's that? And then I'll have another little piece there and then it'll be done skis. All right, here we go. Oh, no, let's stick to the high. Let's stick to the high. My XU1, my heat gun, it's only got low and high. So I'm going straight down. I'll push it out a little bit there. I don't want to break up the gold too much. I'd like to have like thicker areas like that on some of them. That's a big block of gold, isn't it? All right, here we go with the heat, the blowtorch. Try and get that lacing to happen. I think it happens more so when your gold is thicker like that. Give it a quick torch all over just to pop some bubbles. Alrighty, how's that looking? I don't like that big bubble there. Okay, now one more little piece through here somewhere. And then we'll be done. Make it a little bit thicker. Okay, I think that'll do. So I've still got a lot of gold left. Don't need a lot. Straight down. I'm trying not to spread this piece out too much. I might spread it just a little bit onto the side there. Basically wanting to keep a big block of gold in that corner there. Actually, I might need to spread it out a bit more. Hey, you can't see the blue underneath it. Okay, and now the heat, the blowtorch. Try and get that lacing or cells to come up. I hope I haven't overdone it with the gold. Like, I did want a lot of gold on it, but on the other hand, I didn't want to go crazy with it. Look at this. Look how this lacing has come up while I've been concentrating on this. Oh wow, that's just amazing. I'll have to take it down so you can have a look. Okay, wow. Now, do I want any more? It's hard to know when to stop. This is fun. I want to put some more on. Are you still with me? Oh, we're still taping. Yep. I'll put a little bit over here. Just a bit. Like so. On high, straight down. See if I can join that one up with the other one. I just don't want to disturb what I've already got, you know. So it blows out, it comes back in again. Just got to be careful I don't disturb my other lacing. That's the thing. I think I better leave it, because if I start putting more in here and then blowing it, I'm going to disrupt the other lacing. I mean, I would like to just put some through there, but no, let's leave it. Otherwise it's going to just be covered in gold. Look at that. I don't want too much gold, eh? It's really pretty. Such pretty effects that I get from this. Trying to get some lacing in this one. See that? See how it breaks apart? The heat breaks it apart. You get that gorgeous lacing in there. See if I can get a little bit more here. All right, I think I'm done. You know, you can overdo these things. And I'm one of those people that it's hard to know when to stop. All right, I'll get my glove off. Let's get you down. I'm really keen to show you the shine on this. I know it probably doesn't look like much from up there, but from down here, the shine is just divine. Look at that. It's a divine shine. Hang on, I'm going to turn that ring light off. Hopefully we can still see the shine, but without that annoying ring light. Look at that. Let's come down and have a look. See, look how the heat from that little blowtorch just breaks that gold up, creates the most gorgeous lacing and cells. So that's exactly how I wanted it. Some thicker gold there, and then it sort of wisps out towards the edges. I'll just go across slowly so that you can see. Look at that shine. And then there, see where I've blown it out? We've got that little thin edge around, all the way around the edge there, and then some more lacing in the center. I've tried not to blow it out too far, because I wanted to have some blocks of lacing, some sort of thicker areas of gold like that there. See on the edges there, which I haven't actually blown it away because it's been sitting across the edge. Oops, I'm going to swipe that away. Don't use your fingers, woman. I'll wipe it in a minute. I just noticed that there. What do you think? I love it. Well, I'll have to send a photo to the guy that's made this and see what he thinks. I'll hang it on my wall once it's dry. Look at that amazing lacing. But like I said, you do need to have a thick resin to do this. If you've got a thin resin, I would suggest that you would maybe pour it onto your board or your canvas or whatever you're doing, and then wait until it starts thickening up. You may have to wait 30 minutes, 40 minutes, or depends on the resin that you've got. But yeah, you just wait until it's had a chance to thicken up before you put your gold on. Otherwise, when you put your gold on and you heat it, it's just going to like spread too far and it's not going to keep its shape, is what I can suggest. So there we go. Love it. So sparkly. And you can still see, you can still see the white underneath. If he sends me another one, I might put it like 2 coats of colour on, just so that you can't see so much of the white underneath. But that's the whole thing with these, they're really, really quite unique, really beautiful. All right, I'll leave it there. Gonna have some breakfast and a coffee. Look at that shine. Hope you've enjoyed that. Let me know if you want to see more of these. And I'll see you again for the next video real soon. Okay, bye for now.